Paternity fraud isn't just a moral offense, it's also an emotional crime, in as much as there's no law against it. We should remember that there are children who are caught in this crossfire and a man who may never recover from this blow. Welcome to today's episode of Because I Can. Today I'm here to share my thoughts as always. On this channel we talk about everyday life issues, and today we are here to talk about paternity fraud. Let me put it in the most simplest form. Paternity fraud is that intentional lie that you tell a man that he is the father of a child when you know deep inside you as a woman that he isn't the father of that child. You all know that on this channel, I bring you guys everyday life issues. So whenever I talk about a topic, maybe something I heard someone talk about or someone told me about something, it's just like something that has actually happened in recent times or last week or last month. So at this time, I was eavesdropping. She has a boyfriend, but she just recently met another man, and she feels that this new man is more of a man that she wants than the one that she has been with. The problem is that she's pregnant for the old guy, and she's intending to tell the new guy that he's responsible for the pregnancy. Wow. Well, like we said, paternity fraud is intentional. Quick one. I'm not here to judge anybody. We are not here to judge anybody. This is just my opinion concerning this. Look, every man deserves to know if they are the father of a child or not. He either stay or he leave. There's no need for you to go through so much stress as a woman. How do you guys sleep at night? Who had lied to that man that they have been married for years that he is the father of those kids, when she know deep inside of her that the man is not the father of those kids? How do you sleep at night as a woman? Well, let's look at different scenarios, or let's look at different reasons why a woman will put up such a lie. First, let's look at financial reason. Maybe she's married to one man and that man is not financially buoyant, and she met this new man who had promised her heaven and earth. Well, heaven belongs to God, and earth, we all occupy, we are all on this earth. So, sis, that man promising you earth, we are already here. So I don't know what he's going to give to you. So she met that new man who had money, or who has money, and she decided to step out of the marriage. And I know maybe she didn't intend to get pregnant, but one thing led to another, she got pregnant. The problem here is that the woman is aware that that pregnancy does not belong to her husband, but she conveniently brought it home and decided to pin it on the man. As a person or as a woman, I have never really seen it happen. I've heard stories of people who I know, but I would say I have not witnessed it, okay? But as a woman, I feel so much pain when I watch movies concerning this storyline. Like, I feel that pain for those men. Look, God did not, pity and men do not come together. As a man does not have any business with being pitied. So do not put your husband in a place where the whole world will pity him. Do you know what it means for a man to think that he is the one on the steering, and at the end of the day, do you know what it means for a man to feel that he is the one controlling that family, only to find out that the wife has been the master planner all the while? I don't know. For whatever reason, it's not a fair treatment to any man. The second reason will be that out of shame, maybe a woman is pregnant out of wedlock and she doesn't want to have the kids or the child. She doesn't want to have the child out of wedlock, and she decides to just pin it on this new man who have decided to marry her, or who have decided to be the new man in her life. Whatever it is still not a fair reason. Before I continue, these are just my personal opinion. These are just my personal guess, or the reasons why I feel that women will do things like this. The third one will be that maybe sexually, maybe the man is not doing his bedroom duties very well or so often as you want him to do it. The first thing I would say is communication is one of the things that can solve such a problem. Try to communicate with that man, and do not pass through the corners when you're trying to communicate your needs to a man. Let him know that he's not meeting your bedroom needs. And if he does not step up his game, you are going to step out on him. Trust me. No man want to take that. No man want to hear that. He will always improve. So try to communicate some of these issues with your husband before you decide to step out. But again, there is no reason whatsoever that you are a married woman and you still find a way to step out of that marriage. And you didn't just step out. It didn't just end at sex. You decided to bring your pregnancy home and pin it on the innocent man. I know a lot of people are going to come to me. How are men innocent? Men are never innocent. They do too much. Yes, they do too much. But this one, there is nothing compared to this emotional crime that you have committed against that man. Yes, they go out, they cheat, they have kids, and they hide it away from their wives or their girlfriends and all of that. They didn't lie that child, you are the mother. See, the difference is clear. Maybe years later you find out that, oh, your husband have kids outside, or he has a new wife outside, he didn't tell you and all of that. I know it is painful, it's disappointing, but do you know what it means for a man to think that he fathers 5 kids and he wake up one morning and find out that only one is his, or maybe none at all is his? It's very, very, very painful. Can we remember the case? If my memory, if I'm mistaken, let me know in the comment section. Can we remember, I think 2 or 3 years ago or 4 years ago, of a case of Adamu Nuru, the managing director of FCMB Bank in Nigeria, and Moyo Thomas. Adamu Nuru is the managing director of that bank, and he was having an affair with a married junior staff named Moyo Thomas. After Moyo moved to Canada with her husband, Tunde Thomas, she decided to confess to her husband that, hey guy, these 2 kids that we have does not belong to you. It belongs to my former boss, who is the managing director of FCMB, Adamu Nuru. What a confession. Like, in my mind, and again, this is my personal opinion, why is it that she decided to tell the man only after they have moved to Canada? Which I also read that because of that confession, allegedly led to Tunde Thomas's death. We all know that men are very egoistic people. They have pride. There's just some things a man cannot take. As a woman, we can take a lot of things. Maybe that's the way God designed us, but men cannot take some of this emotional stress that they dish out. And again, there is nothing that they dish out that is compared to paternity fraud. Let me ask you guys a question. When a woman confesses about such a crime, does it make it less a crime, or does it, I don't know how to put it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about paternity fraud? As a woman out there, we are in the spirit of love, and we all know that it's a month of love. So if you're out there planning to do it, or you know a friend who is planning to do it, or you know a friend who has already done it, my little advice is that take someone who your husband truly respects. Tell the person what you have done so you can go and tell your husband the truth. The earlier, the better. But make sure that when you're telling that truth, stand far away from that man so you don't lose one of your eyes and you come back and say, Sonia is the one who asked you to go and confess. But on a serious note, we do not have any reason whatsoever to commit such a crime. The law might not have anything against it, or there's no punishment by the law against such an act. But morally, it does not tell good of you. And let us say the kids grow up and hear this kind of story. How would it take you as a woman? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is not a blame game. We are not blaming anybody here. We all make mistakes, but the earlier, the better. Why don't you tell the truth while you are still pregnant? He either stay or he leave. It's not the end of the world, but dragging a man through these lies for years. Come on. It is not fair to anybody. And for some reason, I feel DNA tests should be made affordable for everyone. Every man deserves to know the truth. And I also heard that most women are very uncomfortable when men bring up the issue of a DNA test. As for me, it's none of my business. Well, I don't know how a lot of people will feel. Maybe it's not because they are guilty, but maybe because they feel that trust is being broken there. Just imagine someone say, oh, honey, I want to take out all the kids for paternity test. I want to truly know if I'm the father of this child. Well, will we blame men? No, because a lot of things are happening. The truth is that it's only those who are rich and famous that we get to hear the stories. We get to hear about paternity fraud stories about them. But there are a lot of paternity fraud stories amongst the poor that no one hears about. As a woman, how will you feel if your husband just gets up and say, hey, dear, I want to have a DNA test for all my kids? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Would that make or break the marriage for you? Will it be a deal breaker for you? But for whatever reason, I do not blame men. They all deserve to know the truth. And should I shock you guys that Nigeria comes second for paternity fraud? Like Jamaica is the first country for paternity fraud with 34.6%, while Nigeria is 30%. In as much as people are saying it's not true, how are they able to come out with such statistics since DNA test is very, very expensive? Well, whether it is true or not, why are we even in the second position? And are you aware that they say even in Jamaica, they feel that those people who committed the paternity fraud are Nigerian descendants? Wow, how convenient. For whatever reason, paternity fraud is a no-no. Every man deserves to know the truth. They will either stay or leave. It is not the end of the world. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode.